June 30th, 2014. These are satellite images from yesterday afternoon through the night and into this morning. And you remember from the video last night, coming off the west coast of Florida into the Gulf was a large band of showers, just forming like an outer band of the storm. Now, overnight, the wind shifted from the west, and you can see that they're sheared off into the Gulf this morning. Also, in the top left, you can see where your bad weather will be today. Guys, the lightning has been intense, and we've talked about it increasing. These are satellite images above Houston, looking right down through the Gulf towards Florida in the top right there. But check these out from space. But I don't know if you noticed or not, but you're starting to see more and more lightning reports, even on mainstream news. The atmosphere is becoming extremely charged. Now, in the infrared, you can see where the wind changed. We'll go back. Last night, it was coming off the west coast of Florida. Then this wind starts coming in, basically from Africa all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. Starts to strip that out. Now, the storm is still moving south by southwest. The top of the clouds, again, are being sheared somewhat. And we're going to pull this down to where you can see right down into the water. Now, check this right on the water level. Check this out in the inverted image. Notice the rotation below these upper clouds that are getting sheared. It's not moving as fast, but there's definitely a south and southwest movement to this. I'll pull it up and we'll take a look at that. Again, your shear clouds are being sheared, and you can see as they try to build around that eye, they continue to be sheared off. I think by the end of the day with the heating, we will know more about the storm. But again, you can still see where it is not moving as fast as the upper level clouds. Now, this is your one of your wind streams. Check this out. You can see just to the right of the storm where they're converging. And these are upper level winds. And then they pull back in. There's where just to the right of that's where your storms are coming up. It's going to go across the Midwest today. Guys, and you've seen the flooding, and they're saying that's going to move into the northeast, the heavy rain. So if this storm does curve back up, the East Coast, you're going to be getting impacted from both sides. Now, this is surface level winds, and you can see what we got going on down the West Coast. See the storms off Baja and through the Gulf. You can see the rotation right there. That has become pretty defined, guys. You can see that it's tight, nice and round. So we're going to have to watch it. It is set up at the surface to develop. They are watching it go up in the next couple of days. This is the surface winds coming off Africa, set up for this time of the year to bring in any of those storms if they don't have upper level shear. So you got the battle from your surface and fighting against the upper level shear. Now, I think that we're going to have to watch it closer this year because it seems that more of the weather patterns have shifted north due to the Arctic vortex. Let's take a quick look at the sun, guys. You can see your filament there. But what's of interest is these sunspots right there. They have made it a complete revolution around the sun and have not diminished in size. And all of our activity expectations are going up as far as X flares, M flares, and I'll show you that on the chart. But check that out compared to the sunspots that are currently on the surface. And they are, remember, southern hemisphere, which the Earth is also. These will be more Earth directed. Here you can see this large filament that we watched as it comes around and the one in the center. But now I think we're going to have to watch the sunspots and the filaments because the two filaments to the left are so close to the sunspots it just takes a moment to reach over and create a spark that causes one of these filaments to eject from the surface. We'll also look at the charts on these sunspots. Now, you don't see them stay that strong and that big on a full rotation. Not very often. But here's the chart. You can see they're both rated beta as far as the configuration. And if you look at the area, they're much larger than the other sunspots that we're looking at. Now, if we look at the chance, you can notice that 2104, the largest one in the top, has got a 90% chance of C, 20% chance of M, 5% chance of X flares already. It's been quiet. That's 2104. Now, this is the X205, the one they're called 2107 now. But if you remember the 2080, 2085 series, how strong those were, That's what we got coming back around. And this affects not only earthquakes, but it affects our weather too. But this is a quick update, guys. It's a heads up. Be safe.